Buying Guide's YouTube presentation. Well, I've been asked by several readers this week what I particularly like about living in France. So I thought I'd let you know. These days, if you read any of the books or magazines or literature on France, it's a really big pull. It's not difficult to see why. There are so many low-cost flights now to a good range of airports across the country. The actual schooling is wonderful in France. The healthcare is second to none. I can actually vouch for that. And of course, it's a lovely climate. The other thing about France is the space, and you really do notice that. You realise when you live here that actually England, Great Britain, is actually really small. You get a real feeling of space. Here in the Languedoc-Roussillon, we're surrounded by hills and mountains, but you get a really long view wherever you drive, and that's one of the real pleasures too. But for me, really, I think it's about the lifestyle. I think that's the biggest reason why we, Miss Pixis and I, and our two dogs, love it here. It's something different about being here. People seem to take much more time to have a proper cup of coffee, for example, in the morning. Lunchtime is still sacred. Everybody kind of knocks off at 12 for a good hour and a half or so for lunch and then carries on working perhaps a bit later. But in order to really enjoy the lifestyle, you have to accept the way things are done. So equally, you've got the fact that the shops generally are closed for a couple of hours each lunchtime, and mostly shops are closed on Sunday, well, a lot of them are open on Sunday mornings now. But it's really just a general feeling. It's hard to put words into it, but we actually don't miss anything about the UK. If my husband was really pressed, I think he'd say he was watching the cricket. But even with that, you can get English TV down here now. There are lots of English people around if you ever miss hearing an English voice. And in general, we have never looked back. So I hope this has given you food for thought. I'm sure I'm preaching to converted here. We are here to answer all your questions, and we welcome all your comments too. If you'd like some specific information, always write to me or call our office in London. You'll always get a personal reply from us. And we're here to help. As I say, it's a personal service, and I hope you enjoy all the little films. So I look forward to your comments, and I will speak to you again very soon. Bye bye.